Good evening. I would like to call to order the January 20th, 2026 Little Rock City Board of Directors meeting. We would like to welcome those in attendance as well as those watching at home or streaming online. Madam Clerk, if you would, please call the roll.
Director Miller, Director Richardson, Director Webb, Director Peck,
Here.
Director Hines,
Present.
Director Lewis,
Here.
Director Campuris, Director Phillips,
Present.
Director Adcock,
Present.
Vice Mayor Wyrick,
Present.
Mayor Scott.
Present. We'll now have City Attorney Carpenter who will share a brief invocation.
Please join me. This is a particularly difficult time, Lord. We've got our country angry with other countries and them angry with us. We have nations that are killing their citizens. We have hungry people within the state of Arkansas and within the city of Little Rock who need nourishment. We have times that we're not quite sure what's going to happen next and how we're going to deal with them. The one thing that is clear is that we are not supposed to deal with them alone. We are not supposed to dictate what happens. And we are supposed to listen and make the best judgments we can based upon the facts before us. Let that be our guide. Amen.
Amen. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have two modifications to the agenda, M1, and there's also a deferral of item number 19 for 2 weeks. Is there a motion? There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the consent agenda along with M1.
A resolution to certify local government endorsement of Faymanville Real Estate LLC located at 5414 Fletcher Road, Little Rock, Arkansas, to participate in the Arkansas Tax Back Program as authorized by Arkansas Code Section 15-4-2706D of the Consolidated Incentive Act of 2003 and for other purposes. A resolution to certify local government endorsement of Southwest Power Pool Incorporated located at 201 Worthen Drive, Little Rock, Arkansas, to participate in the Arkansas Tax Back Program as authorized by Arkansas Code annotated Section 15-4-2706D of the Consolidated Incentive Act of 2003 and for other purposes. A resolution to certify local government endorsement of Wellspun Tubular LLC located at 9301 Fraser Pike Road, Little Rock, Arkansas, to participate in the Arkansas Tax Back Program as authorized by the Arkansas Code Section 15-4-2706D of the Consolidated Incentive Act of 2003 and for other purposes. A resolution authorizing a contract with Burkhalter Technologies Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $518,248.80 for the John Barrow Road Streetscape Improvement Project and for other purposes. Funding from the 3/8 cent capital improvement sales tax and the limited tax general obligation capital improvement bonds. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with BDE Investments LLC, doing business as ServPro of Little Rock, in an amount not to exceed $190,000 plus applicable taxes and fees for HVAC cleaning services, including mold remediation, and heating and air conditioning system cleaning for the Central Fire Station and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into to extend the agreement with DePaul USA Incorporated for a first extension in an amount not to exceed $403,389.20 to operate the Jericho Way Homeless Day Resource Center to ratify services performed after the expiration of the prior agreement and for other purposes. A resolution to amend Little Rock, Arkansas Resolution Number 16,438, October 2nd, 2024, and to amend the Memorandum of Understanding with the University District Development Corporation in amount not to exceed $850,000 to operate a mobile grocery store for 1 year with options for extension and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with Arkansas Wolves FC for the operation and maintenance of the Otter Creek soccer fields and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to enter into a contract with John Deere Company in an amount not to exceed $50,484.28 for the purchase of 2 commercial mowers for the Parks and Recreation Department and for other purposes. A resolution to amend Little Rock, Arkansas Resolution Number 16,883, December 2nd, 2025, to authorize the city manager to approve a vendor name change and increased cost for the purchase of one AT41M articulation telescopic aerial device for use by the Public Works Street Department and for other purposes. A resolution is set February 3rd, 2026 as the date of hearing on the request to abandon a portion of East 26th Street right-of-way located immediately east of McAlmont Street in the city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. A resolution of the Board of Directors of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, consenting to the assignment to CFCLR LLC, an Arizona Limited Liability Company borrower, whose sole member is Community Finance Corporation, of the lease and concession agreement as amended the existing lease with FWH2 Little Rock LLC, the current tenant of the hotel, approving certain assignment agreements in connection therewith, setting a public hearing concerning the issuance by the Public Finance Authority, a governmental entity established under the laws of the state of Wisconsin, of its hotel revenue bonds in one or more series, primarily to finance costs of acquiring the existing leasehold interest in the hotel by the borrower, making certain findings and representations relating to the hotel in the city's convention center, authorizing certain city officials to approve and execute all other related agreements and documents and take all other actions deemed necessary in the connection therewith, and approving other related matters and for other purposes. A resolution authorizes the city manager to ratify and extend the lease agreement for an additional 10 years commencing May 1st, 2031 for the purpose of financing renovations to property located at 300 East Roosevelt Road, Little Rock, Arkansas, which provides office space for the Little Rock Police Department's downtown division, to provide that all other terms and conditions of the lease shall remain the same as set forth in Little Rock, Arkansas Resolution Number 15,610 and for other purposes. That concludes the consent agenda.
There's a motion and a second. Question from Director Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to ask on M1, is that the old VA hospital, the Soma Flats? Is that what that is?
Yes, first I want to just give kudos to City Attorney Tom Carpenter as well as Chief Heath Helton. As we all know, the old VA hospital has been renovated to now Soma Flats, which is, I guess, about 150, 160 unit multifamily apartment complex with some condos. This particular owner needed to update the lease to their original business name and then also extend the lease for additional 10 years. It was already under a 10-year agreement. And so that's what helps them with their financing long-term, even though they already have the financing to do the construction and people are already in, but just for the long-term, they needed to have this for their banking documents.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And all those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Also, just a point of a note on item 12, it's a big deal for the long-term relationship that we have with the owners of the Marriott Hotel, which plays a vital role in our tourism. And just want to share appreciation to our city attorney who's been working with a number of the lawyers on both sides, alongside Director Phillips and Director Compuris. Both have been played in a number of different conversations alongside myself and Gina. So it's been a big help, and just wanted to give, this is what teamwork looks like. So thanks to everyone. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read the group items for the first time.
An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development and to establish a planned development commercial titled Camp Arkansas PDC located at 13004 Cantrell Road, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a planned zoning development and to establish a planned development commercial titled Lero Management STR2 PDC located at 112 West 13th Street, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development and to establish a plan development commercial titled GT Auto Sales PDC located at 10401 Helm Drive, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development and to establish a plan development office titled Celebrate Maya Project Revised PDO located at 1722 Wolf Street, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, and for other purposes. An ordinance to amend Little Rock, Arkansas ordinance number 22,706, December 16, 2025, to reflect revenue and expenditure adjustments for a general fund and waste disposal fund to declare an emergency and for other purposes. First reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development and to establish a plan development commercial titled Camp Arkansas BDC located at 13004 Cantrell Road. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development and to establish a plan development commercial titled Lero Management SCR2 PDC located at 112 West 13th Street. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled GT Auto Sales BDC located at 10401 Helm Drive. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development office titled Celebrate Maya Project Revised PDO located at 1722 Wolf Street. An ordinance to amend Little Rock, Arkansas ordinance number 22,706, December 16, 2025, to reflect revenue and expenditure adjustments for the general fund and waste disposal fund to declare an emergency. Second reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third reading.
An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Camp Arkansas PDC located at 13004 Cantrell Road. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Lero Management SCR2 PDC located at 112 West 13th Street. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled GT Auto Sales PDC located at 10401 Helm Drive. An ordinance to reclassify property located in the City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development office titled Celebrate Maya Project Revised PDO located at 1722 Wolf Street. An ordinance to amend Little Rock, Arkansas ordinance number 22,706, December 16, 2025, to reflect revenue and expenditure adjustments for the general fund and waste disposal fund to declare an emergency. Third and final reading.
All three readings have been read. Are there any questions? Director Adcock?
No, that was for.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it.
And we have an emergency clause for 18.
Is there a motion for the emergency clause? Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Madam Clerk, if you would, please read item 20.
An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Pierce STR2 PDC located at 4909 Kavanaugh Boulevard, City of Little Rock, Arkansas, amending the official zoning map of the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. First reading.
There's a motion. Is there a second? Second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, please say nay. Ayes have it. Second reading.
An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Pierce STR2 PDC located at 4909 Kavanaugh Boulevard. Second reading.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it. Third and final reading.
An ordinance to approve a plan zoning development to establish a plan development commercial titled Pierce STR2 PDC located at 4909 Kavanaugh Boulevard. Third and final reading.
Members of the board, we've had three readings. We have some who want to speak for and against. We'll first have Michael Pierce to speak for, then Susan. Yes.
It's not about this. I know there are people in the audience for the grouped items, and if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay. But if you want to leave, you can leave. But I wanted to recognize the folks behind the My Angelou Museum. I think it's a big deal for our city to recognize and have places of history, and for you to take the initiative to do that. I just want to say publicly, thank you for taking the charge on that, and I'm happy to vote for it. But I want them to know that if y'all want to leave, you can, but you're welcome to stay. But if you were in that group item and you want to leave, you can leave. That's all I have, Mayor.
Mr. Lewis, he was one of the first ones to get up.
Congratulations too on your wedding.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I finally found somebody to say yes. I don't think she knows about our YouTube yet. I'm gonna get in trouble for that. All right. Mr. Michael Pierce. Or is it? Yeah, Michael Pierce. Yes, sir. Hold on, Mr. Pierce.
Is the applicant one of the people who's going to speak?
I think, yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Hi, how are y'all this evening? I'm here today to request the STR, short-term rental permit for my property at 4909 Kavanaugh. Just kind of giving you guys, I guess, the brief history. I'm sure you guys have already read about the current application. It was taken to the Planning Commission and denied there with a vote of 5 yeses of the 7 commissioners that were present at that time. It came with a recommendation of approval from the staff of the Planning Commission at that time. However, it did end up failing due to the limited number of commissioners there. I know there's several people here, and as there was at the Planning Commission, that are against it. I do think that it is something that's important for our neighborhood, for the Heights and Hillcrest area, especially as there's limited opportunities in these areas with hotels. So if you do have guests that come to the area, they're required to either go downtown to find a hotel out west or over towards North University, which is a decent drive, especially for people that are wanting to have family close during the holidays and those times. So I do request the short-term rental permit. The house is at 4909 Kavanaugh. It's across the street. Everything is already commercial. Everything on the corner there between me and Cantrell are already rental properties. So it wouldn't be a great change to the neighborhood or the character of the current neighborhood. I plan on keeping the property looking as it is. There won't be any change to the character of the home. Obviously, there will be a max occupancy of 6 people. Parties or other events will be banned. As far as any increased traffic, I don't anticipate there being much. As you guys are familiar with the area there on Kavanaugh, it is accessed by the alley. There is a 2-car parking pad in the back that's available for the tenants with easy access, both either to exit onto Cantrell directly or onto R Street, or to take the access all the way back to the other alley to access on Cantrell or R Street. There is a pass-through and shared driveway, which I know is concerns as well. However, I don't anticipate it causing any issues, and if it is, we can close it off with some sort of block so that they can only enter either from the back or park in the front on the pad. At this time, I just request that you guys consider, as I feel like we likely only didn't get the votes at the Planning Commission since there was only 7 of the commissioners that were able to attend at that time. Thank you.
Crawford, I believe. Crawford.
Miss C.
Sorry, it's handling a tech issue.
Okay, hi. Thank y'all for letting us come tonight. Okay. The short one. My name is Susan Colford, and I live at 5134 P Street. I've lived there for 28 years, and I'm here to oppose the application filed by Stephen Pierce to rezone 4909 Kavanaugh to an STR-PD-C. Our neighborhoods are very important in the process of creating a strong, unified city. Neighbors are for neighbors and establishing lasting relationships to strengthen the fabric of our city. placing an STR-2-PD-C in an established neighborhood is contrary to the concept of a viable community. 4909 Kavanaugh is one of many located in the McGee Addition. When this division was deeded, it plainly stated that these properties are to be used for residential purposes only, not commercial. And I think there's a reason for that, because we depend on our neighbors. We depend on them for friendship and what's going on in our neighborhood. If the residents of Little Rock are to have strong neighborhoods and feel, according to our mayor, engaged and empowered, help us keep our neighbors intact, please. If you're here to oppose this, would you please stand? Thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ms. Susan. Ms. Sherry Henderson.
Good evening, Mayor Scott and Vice Mayor Warwick and the Little Rock Board of Directors for giving me the opportunity to address this issue. What I have given to the clerk are photos of the pieces of property between 4909 Kavanaugh and 4911 Kavanaugh, and also a petition that shows 80 signatures of people that are against this short-term rental in our neighborhood. My name is Sherry Henderson. I live at 5116 Cantrell Road. My husband and I have lived in this neighborhood for 46 years, and we've raised our 3 children here in this neighborhood. And if you stand on the back porch of our house, you can see the property at 4909 Kavanaugh. And so it's that close to our house, just around the corner. If you're in the alley, back behind 4909 Kavanaugh and 4911 Kavanaugh, you can see how close the houses are together with this shared driveway in between the 2 houses. The houses in the neighborhood are in the McGee Addition, and this is a deed restriction for single-family residents. If the property at 4909 Kavanaugh is changed to commercial property, this will destroy our neighborhood. If you approve one short-term rental in our neighborhood, how will you be able to deny anyone else in our neighborhood who is applying for a short-term rental? We are a residential island that's sandwiched between Kavanaugh and Cantrell Road. And so if you have this piece of property as commercial property, what is going to prevent other businesses from coming in and tearing down the existing homes and replacing them with businesses all up and down that other side of Kavanaugh, coming around the corner, and then all up and down Cantrell? Because at that point in time, this little island of residential homes will be commercial property. People choose to live in our neighborhood because of the stability of our neighborhood. We have a neighborhood text link, and people can reach out and let us know what's going on in our neighborhood. Year-round, we keep in touch. So as I said, as this coming July, my husband and I will have lived in this neighborhood for 46 years, and we want to live there for the rest of our lives. I'm respectfully asking that you deny the rezoning of the property at 4909 Kavanaugh and for it to remain zoned as single-family residence. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Vincent Henderson, do you want to?
Your Honor, Directors, I'm Vincent Henderson. I live at 5116 Cantrell Road. Lived there, as my wife said, for over 40 years. I just have 3 fairly quick points. Our neighborhood is a very solid neighborhood. It's been that way for over a century. In fact, our street As the applicant mentioned, we've had a block party there every year since 1979. That's how you get to know your neighbors. And that's how tight a neighborhood we are. There's been no change in the character or the personality of this neighborhood. There's some forever homes that we live in. There's some, they're starter homes. We just lost a neighbor, lived next door to us, who moved 2 blocks away south in the same McGee addition. There are some transitional homes, and then there are some long-term rentals. We have a mix of people there, economically, socially, and racially. It's a middle-class neighborhood, full of middle-class people. We have people that moved in, up and coming economically, move out. We have other people who like it and stay. We have small business people there. We have a lot of retired people there. We have families coming in with children up and down that alley that joins this property, in fact. There's no real reason to break this neighborhood up. And putting a commercial development like this in the middle of the block will do just that. Now, someone mentioned the other side of Kavanaugh being commercial, and that is correct. There's a reason for that, though. Mr. McGee and the developers of Pulaski Heights recognized that there needed to be a commercial development there where Kavanaugh goes north and then turns west, but that wanted to keep our neighborhood residential, hence the deed restriction. The real reason for that is, and I explained to you, there is something called Smith's Country Club Drug, just off the corner where Kavanaugh turns west. In that intersection there, with Club, Van Buren, and Kavanaugh, is a little triangular piece of property. The drugstore wasn't named for Little Rock Country Club. It was named for that piece of property. Country Club Station. That was a trolley car station at one time. That's why it was commercial on one side and residential on the other. And since that time, for a century, it has remained that way. It has not changed. Now then, finally, and one problem I'm not sure how you can get around, that's a shared driveway. Now, I believe the owner of the adjoining house will talk about that. But the problem is they both have an easement for each other's property on that shared driveway. I'm not sure how you can zone half a driveway for commercial and leave the other half residential. I'm not sure how they work out if the driveway is blocked as to who gets to move, who gets to decide, especially in light of the fact that the owner of 4909 will not be living there. But the real problem I see is how you split that baby, so to speak, that driveway, from a standpoint of zoning. You mentioned the parking pad. The problem with the parking pad is that I suspect that probably constitutes part of the driveway, because the driveway otherwise would stop in the middle, and it would make any sense to have it just stop right there and then go into the parking pad. So the entire thing is a drive. It's been a driveway. So I'm at a loss to know how rezoning this in this way is going to be able to resolve that issue. Because of these problems, because of the solid neighborhood we have here, I ask that you deny this application. Thank you.
Well, that was the final card. If it's turned in after the time, based off our rules, after 6 o'clock, these are only cards that I have, so that's how we proceed. Members of the board, we've heard from those who gave cards. Do you all have any questions or concerns? Director Peck, is your hand for this? All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed say nay. Nays have it. Motion fails. All right. That is item 20. We'll now go to citizens communication. Mr. Tony Orr. Pastor Tony Orr, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm still amazed when you say you finally got somebody to say yes. How many no's have you had in your life? Make me wonder.
Pastor, too many. But I serve a God of unmerited favor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, board, and Happy New Year. In the next couple of days, with this storm coming in, there's going to be a priority in this city. And that priority is going to be that the Public Works Street Department is going to have to get out. They're going to have to clear the roads. They're going to have to clear right-of-ways so that fire, police, ambulance will be able to move around to get to what they need to do. Also, going to make sure that each one of us can get out to do our livelihoods. They're going to be priority number one. But it's amazing that they can be priority number one when it comes to cleaning streets, but they can't be priority number one when it comes to compensation. It amazes me that the city a month ago said that, standing here, said that, hey, if funds are available, we will compensate these workers. But then I turn around and I see money being founded for different projects. When will these employees be priority project? When will these employees not have to get out every day and do the work that they do, but work with a heavy heart, feeling that the city isn't looking out for them? The time has come. It shouldn't be when funds are available. It should be that funds are available now. Let's take care of these employees. You're planning and you're hoping and you're looking that come later on this week, you're going to be able to get out your driveway. You're going to make sure that a fire truck can get to a fire. You want to make sure that police can respond to an issue. If you can depend on them to do that, to clear these streets, then show love. Take care of these employees. I know there's $300,000 somewhere in this budget for these employees. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Orr. We'll now have Mrs. Kathy Wells.
Good evening. I'm Kathy Wells, president of the Coalition of Little Rock Neighborhoods. And I came down tonight because I had been advocating on two concerns, and nothing had been given back and no replies had come in. And one of them is really a time-constrained thing because it's occurring Monday, January 26th. But when I got here tonight to the room, I got welcome news. There was some response on providing more than 2 weeks for the public to have input on the proposed deck park project. If you've not tuned into that, let me just sketch it out this way. There was meeting number one. There was going to be the chance to say things that come and go, put stickers on proposed pictures, and then you'd have 15 days after that to further comment. And that closed the public comment. Meeting number 2 in this year-long $2.5 million planning project is where 4 proposals come back to the public for comment, one of which is no build. Meeting number 3 is where they have settled on 1 proposal, and the public is entitled to say what they want about that. It's really hard to imagine anything would be changed at that late date. But we come back to the first meeting in only 2 weeks, which was shifted at the last minute, which relied on U.S. mails, which are failing badly these days. It can take 2 weeks to go across the city. And so we were saying, please help us get more time for the public. I now hear there's a prospect for that. Thank you so much. Companion to that is you've got the utility rates coming up. We wanted to see monthly monitoring of those who go on their payment plan, those who might get cut off from the payment plan. And that's not come into your meetings yet. And when I got here tonight, I hear that it's on the way. So that is very welcome news. One final thing, please change the advance notice policy when you're going to out for public comment. It's been 10 days for many years. The mails don't work as they used to. Please, as I proposed, make it policy that you have 45 days advance notice so those monthly meetings in neighborhoods can occur to tell people to come. And then when their meeting has occurred, there's 45 days after that for public comment. Once again, to come back through the meetings for the neighbors to be told about all this stuff. Yes, that is a real change, and yes, there would be some real wrenches to comfortable timing patterns today. But please, please, please improve upon what we have today, and thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Well. All right, members of the board, we've heard the agenda today. Any questions? Director Phillips?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to take a page out the Director Peck's book and give some good news. This past week, although I wasn't able to attend, we had folks in town from Smart Growth America as part of a grant that was going to be used to bring some reimagination back to the West 9th Street corridor. So I wanted to give a shout out to the folks at Studio Maine for leading that charge and the work they're doing to make our city better on the 9th Street corridor. Then secondly, Mayor, you heard Mr. Orr speak about the weather and talked to my wife this afternoon. And apparently everyone's already went to the grocery store and got all the good meat. So can you give us are we prepared? What's the plan for this week from the city standpoint?
Yes, and to echo some of Pastor Orr's comments, we have some of the best team members as it relates to winter preparedness and execution. We're so grateful for them. We are prepared to start a 24-hour operation, basically 12-hour shifts, starting 4 o'clock in the morning on Friday. We know the projected forecast is Friday evening, but we'll start pre-treating the streets 4 o'clock in the morning from that standpoint. And also we want to share with everyone, we'll get this out like we normally do on social media and online. We start with the major thoroughfares first, and there's a map that we always use and show. And once we get through the major thoroughfares of approximately 124 square miles in the city, then we move to the neighborhood streets based on from that standpoint. So that is the process: thoroughfares first, then the neighborhood streets and neighborhood streets, then side roads. So that's kind of the priority: thoroughfares, neighborhood streets, side roads. From that standpoint, you'll see a lot of communication from us like we normally do to keep you up to date from that standpoint. And to be clear, we have, we'll make sure everyone understands what the $300,000 that Pastor was talking about. That's in regards to the compensation study that looks to expand bands based off of the budget. And so that's something we did make a commitment to as funds are available. I do want to share the funding that you did see. That was some things that were contemplated already in the year, so it didn't come out of anywhere. I want to make sure you said, but this conversation means you and I need to go have coffee, and we'll have coffee, and I'll make sure I bring my book with me as you bring your book. But no, thank you. from that standpoint.
And then, last, Mayor, I know
But I do want to make that, we are looking at it, just so you know. That's not it didn't fall on deaf ears.
and then last, Mayor, I know we have the State of the City scheduled for Thursday night, weather coming in Friday night. We're going forward with the State of the City.
As of right now, we're going forward because the weather doesn't come to Friday night, so it doesn't have an impact. But we'll make that decision if we change. We'll probably make that decision Wednesday night if we need to change.
Okay.
But right now, it's going to be Thursday at 5 o'clock. But like you said, nobody has to go to the grocery store Thursday night. So, because I got a few texts as well. I was like, "What? This Monday night?"
Okay, that's all I had, Mayor. I don't want to belabor the meeting, but I did think it was important for the public to hear that.
Yes, and Manish, is there anything I didn't share? You sure? Yes, sir. All right. Manish, Lord, Director Peck, you had your hand up earlier. I didn't mean to. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Oh, before you go, City Manager,
Any
Hubbard?
questions, in regards to the less than 50,000 professional services you guys received? And also to add an addition to what the mayor was saying as far as preparations, the warming centers will be, operable, this weekend. We're looking at a possible 4-day run with that. And that information will be coming forth as well.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. All supposed to say nay. Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.